Hey guys, long time no see. Think I'm getting worse about these videos, ain't I? Sorry about the look again, but it's usually late at night, like I said, when I come on here. Oh man, try to get this straightened up here. Got my candle burning. I haven't talked to y'all in a while. Hello. Oh, let me get back here. I thought I'd come on and talk about Halloween. It, of course, is most all, if not all, the witches' favorite time of year. I was going to give you some ideas, maybe. Of course, I'm sure that everybody knows about making like an ancestral altar. Some people have one up all year, and some only do it during Halloween. You know, you can put pictures of your loved ones that you were close to that are on the other side now. Maybe something that belonged to them. During Samhain, you can put down their favorite snack or a drink. You know, if say if it's your dad and he liked beer or whiskey, you know, you can give him a shot of whiskey or a can of beer. You know what I mean. If it was a child, you can put maybe one of their favorite toys or something like that. I was going to give y'all, I'll probably already have a Halloween video on here, but just in case, I thought about giving y'all some ideas about what to do. Well, besides, you know, this is a time where there's a lot of necromancy done. It's an excellent time to speak with or get messages from your loved ones, even more so than any other time because of the veil being thin. And I'm sure y'all know what the veil is, but in case you don't, it's whatever separates us from that world. You could do your ancestor work this time of year is excellent. Everything that you do for necromancy, divination, want to ask your loved ones questions, everything is going to be magnified on a very large scale. So it's fun, but still, as I say, always please be careful what you're dealing with and make sure you know what you're dealing with. Because especially this time of year, a lot of spirits are going to be roaming around. So make sure that you have invited into your home who you want there. You can do a dummy supper. You know, cook a meal. It may be something that you cook for these people you're inviting, because that's what you're doing. You're inviting them to the table to have a meal with you. Now, everybody knows that no, you know, they are not going to sit there and consume that meal it's just not feasible for them to do that anymore. But somehow or another, they like the essence of it. I can't explain it. I'm not a ghost, and it's a very nice gesture. And I know in my family and most family get-togethers, there's a meal. Um, there's in my family, the big thing was playing music. Um, Almost everybody in my family played an instrument or sang or both. So that's just how I grew up. So one thing that I put um, at my altar is I lean my daddy's guitar up against it. I have one of my grandma's favorite rings. Um, some stuff that belonged to my brother. But when you can do whatever you want. It's a really fun time for crafting to make you a wreath. You know, um, there's all different videos on YouTube and stuff like that. You can make your wreath with gourds and pumpkins and say fall leaves and acorns or some sort of nuts. I'm sure at these hobby stores you can probably get little flat pieces. They're like fabric or the little mushy rubber things, or it's made out of that mushy rubber stuff. Cats, bats. It being Halloween, they've got them little packages of all that and the little spider rings. And you can actually get a hot glue gun and glue all that stuff on your wreaths and, make them really cute or make you a witchy one. I have a witchy one hanging on my front door, but it hangs there year round. It's black and white, and the top of it has a hat, and the bottom of it has feet dangling down, with the black and white striped leotards or whatever you want to call them. But it can be a really fun time. And then, of course, passing out the candy for the kids. As I've told y'all, and the reason that people dress up for Halloween is years and years ago, everybody came up with the idea that, well, if you look like one of the spirits, then they won't mess with you. That's why I find it amusing when people go as Lady Godiva or, a clown or, something funny, humorous, or supposedly sexy. It's supposed to be scary. Of course, well, never mind. You know what I was probably going to say, or probably know what I was going to say, but I'm not going to say it. But they dress like that to ward them off. A ghost or whatever. But that's the fun part about having the little kids and seeing what they're wearing and all that stuff. But as far as what you can do on a personal level, as I said, divination is extremely higher powered at this time of year. Your tarot. Now, if you follow Hecate, this time of year, believe it or not, isn't really a good time to be trying to get her attention, because although she does it nonstop, at this time of the year, she is really bleeding the dead. And, how do I put it? Let's see. She's putting them where they are supposed to be. She's down there this time of year anyway. If y'all know the story of Persephone, If you don't, read up on that. It's an interesting story. Um, Hecate is very involved with Persephone. And anyway, around here, we've had our ice storm, which I'm sure um, maybe even some of y'all watching have. It's pretty bad out there. And I'm surprised that I even have a signal on my Wi-Fi. We have over, I forget how many, in the thousands, way up in the thousands of people without power. So, but it's supposed to clear off by Halloween. So I'll get to give out the candy, which is weird because usually I have literally seen it 90 degrees the day before Halloween. And it seemed midnight that night, all of a sudden a big cold front moves in and you've got ice and rain and wind. Here in Oklahoma, it's really windy anyway. It is extremely windy all the time. I mean, you might get, a couple of good days a year where the wind just isn't blowing your roof off your house, but most of the time it's pretty windy. But anyway, I just thought I'd come on here because I haven't been on here in a while. And of course, I'm sure everybody's asleep. But this is the time I come on here anyway. But as far as Halloween goes, I mean, like I said, most of you know the whole story. And of course, October 31st is New Year's Eve for us witches. Our New Year starts November 1st. So that night's a good night also to, sit down and write your resolutions or what you'd like to ask the universe for or to help you achieve. Now, if you're a big Halloweener, and I know, a lot of you have children, I have grandchildren, but they always have their own plans. If you're planning something with your family or your children that night, the night of Halloween, then you can do your work on the 30th. Or get it all planned out what you want to do, like write your petitions or do your divination. And on top of everything else, we have a full moon on Halloween this year. Isn't that awesome? In fact, there's 2 full moons this month. So even amongst all the COVID and things going around, there's just been a lot happening. It seems like nature has given the witches, even more time and more power with these moons, with 2 of them, to get stuff done. As I said, it's up to you, whatever you want to do, or you don't have to do anything. I had a lady ask me, well, do I have to do anything? A lot of people don't feel good right now, and it's not because they have COVID. It's because, I think especially us witches right now are just really drained. I mean, I haven't felt good for the last couple of days because we do take on the Earth's emotions. I mean, and everything that's going on affects us in some shape, form, or fashion. And whatever it may be, that between the virus and stuff like that, you're stuck at home and probably got depressed. But as I've said, if you're stuck at home, now is the perfect time to get closer to your craft. I mean, as usual, it's the way you look at things. Read your books, research online, talk to some other witches. There is plenty to keep you busy, you know, um, during this seclusion. A lot of the schools have reopened, but a lot of them are still closed. So, I mean, I don't know where you are with your children at that point, but I mean, there's just all kinds of things you can be doing in your home. And like I said, with me, it's no big deal because I'm a homebody anyway. I don't care to go a whole lot of places. But I will say, while I'm thinking about it, that I think I've said this before, and I'm honestly trying really hard not to, but I think I'm gonna have to move back to my hometown, as I've said before, and it's coming down to the wire. So um, all of a sudden, I may pop on here and go, okay, I'm back home again. But that's the wonderful thing about you know um, the internet and stuff. No matter where you are, you can still keep in touch with people. Um, this is a good time to redecorate your altar. Some people have two separate altars. I do. Um, one they keep for theirs or a specific goddess, um, or maybe it's an ancestral altar where they keep, as I'm telling y'all to do during Halloween. Maybe they keep them up all year. A lot of people do that, and that way during birthdays of these individuals or whatever, then they can just go set something on the altar. It's already there. And then, we have our working altars. You can redecorate it, you know, put you some little pumpkins up there and foliage or, some fall flowers, or not, however you want to do it. I mean, it's just keeping with the seasons, I guess you could say. This is the third and last harvest also. So, this is why usually some sort of big game used to be, um, as we know it today. Everybody would get together and they'd have a bonfire, and it consisted of things and turkey that you see, or some people would have ham or some other sort of bird, and um, whatever they had back then. But I really wish we could have a bonfire, but I don't even if the fire department would allow me to, I'm pretty sure that it would not go off well in my frozen backyard. Hi, Ladyblindwolf. How are you, sweetheart? I haven't got to talk to you in a while. I was just telling everybody about some Halloween ideas. What are you going to do? Anything? Oh, wow, girl. Just now? Bless your heart. Yeah, I was just saying I may be moving myself. I've said that before and fought it every step of the way. I want to cook and do ritual. I don't know what the kids are going to do, but watching Annabelle 2 was in their plan. Oh, I don't know that I've seen Annabelle. I can't see me not watching it if it was available to me, but these kids. Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. We can't live with them and can't live without them. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. You gonna watch it with them? About sitting on my hair here. Yeah, I don't have any kids around me anymore. Doggone it. Serious study. Oh yeah, I love horror movies, but huh? That's how. How come? You just not reading it well, or what? Tarot can be people that are intuitive readers. How intuition thing in my memory isn't quite what it used to be. All these people have their different impressions on what the cards. Well, and that's why you just have to go what the card is telling you yourself in itself. I do agree that certain cards are put in there for certain messages, but if they're telling you a different story, and if the way they're falling into the rest of the story with the rest of the cards, then it is what it is. Yeah, I know, girl. I was just saying we have ice here like I have not seen in a lot of years. I mean, it's bad out there. There is over 900 and something thousand people without power. I think a lot is I don't trust myself. That's right. And you need to. You need to trust your own intuition, and especially if you're a witch. You've got to, when you're casting your spells, you have to know, and you have to believe in yourself. You know, it's not on Halloween last year. Oh, did it there? It was actually pretty nice here. Little chilly, but not like normal. Um, I had all my candy out and had a few kids come by. Got no issue when it comes to spell or trust my intuition. It's just with a Terre. Oh, okay, yeah. Terre Haute, meaning land or soil, dirt. Yeah. Now, what's weird, it's going to be the opposite here this year because tonight we're having our third wave of snow, ice, rain. It even thundered last night while it was snowing. And then I guess tomorrow afternoon it's supposed to start warming up. And by Halloween day, I'm pretty sure they said it's going to be in the low 70s, either upper 60s or low 70s. I mean, tarot. I thought that's probably what you meant, but I gave you the definition of Terre Haute anyway. That's funny. I didn't realize I did that there is a Terre Haute. Oh, yeah, Terre Haute, Indiana. Yeah, yeah. I stayed in Jasper for a while. We did a job up there. Yeah, well, at least you're probably not getting the crap we're getting here. I mean, whatever Mother Nature's or whatever's on her mind, but I mean, I feel sorry for the animals that have to be outside and the trees, and they're just so iced over because all the foliage is still on them. They haven't had time to shed their leaves yet, so it makes it even heavier for them with all that ice. I mean, look at you can look at Oklahoma. We are just covered in ice. It's like the ice age here. Yeah, she does. Well, like I said, it was snowing, sleeting, and thundering. To me, my last night, not tonight. Yeah, well, ours wasn't. Ours was still. I mean, the trees were still full of leaves. I mean, I don't even think they had started really turning colors yet. I think the poor trees wouldn't have had as much trouble if, it had waited at least until they'd all fallen off. I was just saying that I may be moving myself, so not looking forward to that. I hate moving, but I guess it's in the cards. Wherever the goddess is leading me. But living it when you do spell work and it works better than what you thought it would. Not your stay, the nut jobs are moving out in December. Awesome, Mr. Schmiegel. The basement isn't moving yet. Oh, yeah. Well, now that you've got that one done, then you can work on him. I'm pretty lucky. I mean, I don't have any neighbors to my left. I mean, there's a street. Excuse me. There's a street there, and there's a house on the other side of that street. And then there's a house in front of me on the other side of another street. And then I have one neighbor right next door to me. And honestly, a lot of times they're noisier than I prefer. But I'm just old and cranky, I guess. I like quiet. I don't know. Yeah, well, actually, it was looking like I was going to be moving on Halloween Day. And maybe not now. If anything, it'll be because of the weather, because things still won't be um, thought out enough. Because people that are going to help me would have to come down here on Friday, and I really just don't want them, in danger if there are still any slick spots. And it's still going to be cold at night, and there's going to have been a lot of rain and a lot of melting snow and melting ice, and I just don't. I mean, if it refreezes, but I don't know. As I was saying, Halloween's a really good time to talk to ancestors, or pretty much anybody you want. Hecate's a busy goddess this time of year, though. Sometimes I'll come on here and do free ones, and I'll tell you what, I sat on here one night for 3 hours reading the tarot for people. Won't do that again. I think it was actually more like 4 hours. Man, I didn't feel good all the next day, and I'm not going to do it that long again. No, I'm really not. I did finally find a really good paying job, but I had to drive 92 miles a day to and from it, which isn't really that bad, except for the fact that now this weather, when stuff like this hits, which I was kind of uh, planning on that anyway, because, well, it's just the way it works, but I just wasn't thinking it was going to hit this early in the year. So I pretty much had to quit that one. Because, I mean, it was so icy. And even the administrator offered to come and get me, and I didn't want him getting out here and, having a wreck and getting stuck either. So, I mean, I could still probably go back if I wanted. I think I'm just burnt out on nursing. I mean, I've been doing this my entire life. Literally, since I was 15, I started out as a nurse's aide, and you did not even have to be certified back then. I think it was the summer between 82 and 83 that I went to work in my first nursing home. Yeah. And here I am, 53, and I'm burnt out on it. But I don't know anything else. So what do you do? But yeah, I'm excited. I already got my candy in there, and first thing I thought was, oh no, if I'm gonna have to be moving it on the road Halloween night, that's really gonna suck. CNA. Yeah, hard not to get burnt out. Yeah, I know. That's a hard job. Sure is. And it's mentally taxing too. I mean, not only do you literally put up with shit all day, pardon the pun, but you have to deal with them being mad at you and their families being mad at you, and then you got to deal with your charge nurse and your coworkers and the director of nursing and the state. It's just nonstop. It brought on too many health issues. Yeah, I'm really sure that's why I have an extremely bad back now from lifting all them people. And that's before we had lifts. If we had a lift when I first started, I don't remember it. If we did, nobody told me about it or showed me how to use it or something, because I don't remember ever having a lift. You got two girls did it. And if you're big enough and strong enough, one did it. But Halloween's a wonderful time of year. I mean, not just because you can watch the kids having fun, but because it's the witch's holiday. This is ours. Yes. Our director putting our losses in jeopardy, calling all the age off the floor at one time. Yeah. And the thing is, you're actually working under the LPN or LVN. It's their license that are going to get yanked, and the LVN or LPN is working under the DON, which is an RN. So, working for the whole nursing home because he doesn't want to come in on Christmas Day. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's an all the time thing going on in them places, unfortunately, And I honestly don't blame some of the girls. I know what it's like. I mean, it's really depressing and um, hard, tedious, taxing, mentally disturbing. But we live in a small town. There's no public transit to walk around. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do what you got to do, I guess, but it's like, wow. I happened to get roped in it because I wanted to be like my mama, and my mama was a nurse, and uh, that's what my summer job was. Yeah, and it's the full moon. That's what I was saying earlier. We will have had two of them this month. I think that's pretty cool. I don't have any extra money, or I was saying, earlier that I'd like to make a Halloween wreath. And it doesn't have to be just for Halloween either, because all the stuff on it is fall stuff. So you could use it all fall long. Worked in a residential home where it wasn't the deal in making schedules for the age and nurses. But no, I have not. No. How in the world does that happen? The housekeeper? No. 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 The director of nursing usually always made my schedule. In fact, I don't ever remember anybody else ever doing it when I worked anywhere that had to do with nursing. Unless, of course, it was home health care. Then I did my own schedule, picked my own clients. But no, never a housekeeper. I bet they were, all the other nurses were mad about that. And I'll tell you another thing too. Now, the nursing homes, people talk about haunted places, and I swear, just about every nursing home you'll ever go into has some sort of scary story. No, Aditya, just a cigarette. Yeah, they are, Lady Blindwolf, because Well, as you know, we are caring people. You know, we do things to help others. In fact, our whole lives are pretty much in service. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me a bit that there's a lot of witches that are in healthcare. Making some ancestor candles, but I'm going to have to take them apart and redo them. They didn't turn out the way I wanted. Yeah. Dude, you need to get off my channel. Seriously. The last nursing home that I worked in, Max, half an housekeeper made up the schedule for nurses and aides, nothing to go in. Yeah, I don't understand how she was able to do that. That's not her department. So, I mean, I'm sure, other things go on. That's pretty weird. I wouldn't have put up with it. Yeah, I know. I get them every so often. Usually Aiden's on here with me and he takes care of all that for me because I don't know nothing. Let me see if I can do this myself. I am not uh let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, I figured that one out. It's pretty sad when people have nothing better to do with their time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know me. I sit here and smoke pot on my channel all the time. Oh my. I don't even smoke that on or off the camera. I passed away and I was working on a unit. I went off. I wouldn't even get me wrong. See if it's a call out from the resident impact. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've got so many stories. I mean, so many stories. But just to tell you one, just one, I was sitting at the nurse's desk, the nurse's station, and I could see all the way down one of the hallways. It was right in front of me. I could see to the very end. And there was an exit there at the very end. And it had the red exit light up there or sign. And it lit up that little bit of the hallway. Well, the last 4 rooms on that hall were empty because it was a skilled unit. And we always started from the front to the back. So if we needed to get to them, we could get to them quicker. You see what I'm saying? And so those last rooms were empty. And I seen this lady sitting down there in a wheelchair. And it looked just like one of our ladies that had just passed on. And the LPN that was sitting next to me, she was doing her paperwork and I kind of nudged her and I said, look straight in front of you. And she looked up and she goes, who is that? I mean, she's seen it too. She said, I thought everybody's in bed and nobody on that hall at that given time could get themselves up out of bed and get in their own wheelchairs without help. So I said, okay, well, I'll go down there and see who it is, because at that time there wasn't any aides on that hall. They were on the other two. And of course it's in the middle of the night, so I go walking down there, and whenever I get to the two doors that start leading into that hallway, she just disappeared. Just poof, gone, wheelchair and all. And the nurse was, kind of walking behind me a little ways. She wasn't following me, but she was, moving closer, and she seen it too, just go away. I mean, it wasn't the first time I'd seen stuff like that, but it freaked her out pretty bad. You like raiding trolls? Well, if they have nothing better to do with their time, I mean, that's a pretty boring life. Sit on here and mess with us. It doesn't really bother me, but after a while it does. I mean, say whatever you want, do whatever you want, get the hell off my channel. Now, I'm sure I could be pretty tacky if I wanted to be, but and what's even more weird is they need to know what channels they're butting in on here. They're messing with a bunch of witches. That alone ought to tell them, don't do that. There's no telling what they can do to you. But as I said, whatever. He's that's a pretty sad situation. Middle of the night, they ain't got nothing better to do than mess with somebody on their channel. Sad life. I thought mine was boring. But whatever. I'm gonna let it bother me. But yeah, I was sitting here trying to think of new ideas to do for Samhain, but I honestly think they've already been done. I mean, we're witches. We can create or do anything we want. When they're a friend of mine, his two cats disappeared the other night. Oh, and I hope they're found now. I did a spell. I just hope that they haven't, something hadn't found them first and eaten them. One of them was still a kitten, and the other one was like 9 years old. So two passed on at Christmas. It was sad. Yeah, that screws Christmas up for a lot of people. A lot of people, unfortunately, death doesn't care what day it is. It's not partial. But yeah, these cats, I still have them on my mind because it's so icy and yucky out there. I just hope if they haven't been found, I hope they've got someplace warm or they're snuggled together, or something. I don't know. I'll probably text him tomorrow and see if he found them. Eating trolls. Yeah. Well, like I said, it doesn't really bother me a whole lot if they have nothing better to do with their time than do immature stuff like that. Whatever. I was going to get me some eggnog today, and it sounds really good, but I didn't. Well, if we had more people on here, I'd do a few readings, but I just don't come on here like I used to. I kind of got out of the habit of doing it, and I had so much going on that honestly just hadn't felt like it. Oh no, there's a yawn. Yeah, he actually probably already has one, or he wouldn't be on here now, would he? He'd be having something better to do at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Is it 5 there? Yeah, it's 4 here. Oh, people just, I don't know. But I tell you, I just wish I knew some witches that were right around here. It'd be so wonderful just to get together with a bunch of them and have a witch party on All Hallows Eve. It'd be fun. Usually I just do stuff on my own. I mean, I'm used to being a solitary witch, but there are times when I like to have others like me and like-minded, around me. Yeah, well, I'm glad. You seem a lot happier, and I'm really glad of that. And actually, if I moved, I would be happier in one way and still not happy in another, because I would actually be, staying in somebody else's house. Here, it's my house. I do what I want. I decorate how I want. I'd have to put a lot of my stuff in storage, but that's okay. It ain't my first go around, so it'll be all right. My number one thing is I just hate moving. Like I said, I have a horrible back and a bad shoulder, and I just don't like moving. And I have very few people that, would actually help me. So I don't know. Well, are you ready to get off here? I mean, I'll sit on here and talk to you if you're tired or ready to go to sleep, or are you just waking up? I'm going to make a meatloaf later on today for dinner. Sounds pretty good. You haven't even seen Aiden on here lately. I mean, there's 9 notifications on my YouTube, but I haven't looked at them. I went ahead and hurried up and got on here before it got too late. We're going to make potato soup, jumbo rice, and I'm going to make some pumpkin bread and hopefully some hot cider. Yum! My contest back on my birthday, and I have another word stick I was going to use on. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter actually called me the other day asking me for a sage stick. And I was like, has she come around? She's like, Mom, Indians used it. It's like, yeah, we're Indian, believe it or not. I mean, that's been used by a lot of people for cleansing. She says there's a lot of bad energy in her house that her and her husband keep fighting all the time. Get rid of that alcohol. That's their bad energy right there. But they're going to do whatever they want to do. So can't tell them nothing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I have, cannot remember the name of that one that lady gave me. It's not Palo Santo either. I have a bunch of Palo Santo wood, but I cannot remember what that stick's made out of. Anyway, it's for pretty much the same thing. Ask me about the whole sorry. I'll tell you what, people get about stuff, huh? What's funny is I cast one and it worked. It worked. Had her birthday on the 16th. So we kind of did a little homely thing. Then we went to a place, went through a corn maze. Oh, how neat. See, I would love to do something like that. There is nothing around me to do, especially like that. I think that would be so much fun. I would really enjoy that. I ordered some stuff from Amazon the other day, and I got to get another return slip and send a watch back I ordered. Yeah, I did the whole storage thing, and some Montreal decks got messed up, and I lost my lanterns and a few other things. Now I got to get replaced. I know, and that stuff isn't cheap. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of dollars of stuff I have in my witchy room alone, my altar room. But 90% of that stuff will go with me. If I have to, stick it all in the corner of my bedroom over there, that's what'll happen. Because I'm not going to be without my herbs and my crystals, and anywhere I am, there will be some sort of altar set up. Yeah, I'll still be able to do my videos. Yeah, no problem at all. I just, there's no internet there yet. There won't be till I get there, so, and have it turned on, but yeah, I'll do what I want to do. It's just there's not much room for my stuff, You lighting up a cigarette? I smoke. I don't hide it. I smoke right here on my channel. I don't care. If people are really just not going to like me because I smoke, well, then I'm sorry about their luck. It's up to them. I've been known to drink a beer on here too. I don't drink very often at all, but I do every once in a while. I smoke too much though, especially when I'm talking or thinking hard. I just smoke, smoke, smoke. I need to quit, because I did have that heart attack. So, and that's what caused it. That's what they say caused it. Of course, I'm not saying it didn't, but yet they do blame smoking for everything, which I agree. It's not good for you at all. But I actually didn't think that I would smoke anymore after that. But guess what? I left the hospital, got in the truck, and lit up a cigarette. Yeah. I need to at least cut down though. I smoke too much. But I've been saying that for a long time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that to your house and then go take you a cleansing bath. Yeah. Because all that clings to you too. So, you know what I thought about doing? Well, I'm not going to say it because somebody will steal my idea. I'll say it on here. Next thing I know, I'll see it on Amazon for sale. And as far as I know, there's not any being made. So, I don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't put too much of that in there, though. Don't overdo it. Just kind of lace just a little bit all the way from the top to the bottom. And as I've always said too, make sure you know where you're getting them herbs and that you trust that company or that person that's giving that stuff to you. I mean, honestly, most of these big major companies probably aren't going to, have something bad in them, but I don't think they really, they're herbal people, but they're not witches. So I don't think that they think that, anybody's going to be ingesting them or smoking them or anything like that. So, I mean, there could be pesticides on them. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Grow your own is better. I would like to get at some point, a little greenhouse or something and grow a few of my own herbs. I can't right now. I guarantee you, because the minute I bring them in to dry them out or something, speaking of the devil, my little Lexi right down here will be eating them. I swear she's part cow. She literally eats almost any plant. Every time she's in the backyard, she just goes chewing away on everything. Too bad you can't see the videos. I've got a demon baby rigged up along with some witches and fairy stuff and some Hispanic banners with sugar skulls. Thought it would reflect all three of us, and it's going to stay up the whole year. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. How come I couldn't see the videos? Do you just don't have them on here? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's another thing. I'm gonna have to. I mean, that's why I have a whole room, for my witchy stuff, because I like it all. Like, anyway, I guess instead of thinking about all that stuff, I just should be thankful that I have a place to go and it's a safe place and not be complaining. People are actually on the street, so I shouldn't complain. I just hate moving. And I really don't like living with somebody else. But of course, unless it's my significant other or something. Well, I guess I better get off here. I've been on here over an hour and all that. I'll try to come on here later on tonight and a little bit earlier. I wanted to get a pumpkin. I may get one tomorrow and go ahead and carve it. Put it out on. I have a little table and chairs that sit on my front porch. I could set it in the middle of that. And carve one up. Just people are. Of course, my neighborhood isn't bad. There's people stealing stuff and I don't know. But it is what it is. There'll always be them kind of people. Nothing better to do with their lives and their time than wreak havoc in somebody else's. Put in with some mugwort to smoke. Yeah. But like I said too, just don't put a whole lot, especially in one spot. Make sure you sprinkle it evenly and don't overdo it. Mugwort kind of gives me I wouldn't say a high feeling. I'd say a extremely calm feeling. It's really relaxing to me. But as I said, make sure you know where you get it before you put it in your body. And that you trust, or if you pick it yourself, make sure there's no pesticides and all that. I don't have to tell you that. You know all that. Got all kinds of my candles that I made in there. Have that one burning a while. Put it out for a while. Ooh, smoke. You make your own candles? I love it. I was going to make some tonight, but I don't have enough jars to do a whole lot with. And I usually wait until I've burned mine out and then I'll clean up the jars and reuse them. Unless, of course, I sell them. Yeah, well, that's good. As long as she knows where she got it, unless she grew it herself. Yeah. Yeah, this virus has people pretty locked down. Even if the city ordinances and the government ain't saying do it, a lot of people are, just for their own safety, putting themselves in quarantine, which is really hard on the economy because nobody's getting to work and everybody's broke and nothing good comes from all that. Now, do you buy that a certain mugwort tea somewhere, or do you just make a tea and brew that in with your regular tea? I drank some hot green tea earlier. Oh yeah. So you get it fresh and then you dry it. Yeah. Yeah. Chicken feet. Yeah, since you've got a dehydrator, I mean, you can throw them in there, dry them out real good before you start painting on them or whatever you're going to do with them. I haven't ever made chicken feet. I mean, I know how, I just haven't ever done it. But yeah, this is a fun time of year for witches. Anything's possible. You can do anything you want. Of course, we can't anyway, but this is our holiday. Yes. Oh, are you going to sell them? Is that what you're saying? Or are you just making them for your own benefit? Yeah, I needed to go to the bank today and everything yesterday. But I'm telling you, it is so bad here, so icy that I mean, I've been starting my car so my battery don't, completely quit on me. But so, are you under Lady Blind Wolf on Facebook too? Hang on a second, sweetheart. I'm gonna go get me another Dr. Pepper. Okay, I'm back. Hey, garden plants. Awesome, England. Hello. Yes, it is. It's icy here in the United States. It's really icy here. Where'd you go, lady? Did you say that I'll be out later collecting nature? Wow. Awesome. I can't do that here right now. I'll be slipping and sliding all over the place. Yeah, most people can't even really get to work right now here, so. What are you going to be collecting? You still there, Lady Blindwolf? My cat's scratching on the door and wanting out. He won't want out the minute I open the door, though. It's too cold for his old butt. Oh, yeah, you're making me some runes. That's so sweet of you. I've never had any runes in all my witchy self. Acorns mostly I love to find crow feathers. Awesome, yeah. Yeah. Do you have a goddess that you're with, or? I know my goddess would like crow feathers on her altar, so. I ain't gonna find nothing out there right now but ice. It's pretty bad around here. We're supposed to get one more wave of it this afternoon, and then it's supposed to be over with. Or was that yesterday afternoon? It's pretty rough out there. Yeah. Well, all that stuff right there, I'll sure put you. Well, all that stuff right there, I'll sure get you a good night's sleep between the mugwort and the chamomile, mint too, for that matter, and lavender. They're all relaxing herbs. I usually buy the teas at Walmart. I got chai tea and raspberry and chamomile and yeah, the ginger and the mugwort. For which one? The dehydrator or the herbs? I've got ginger in there. But I don't know that I'd want to make a tea out of it because I usually get my stuff from Mountain Rose Herbs. There are a few that I buy, like I bought stuff from a few, witches that are online. But that ginger root I have, it's like I'm sure I probably got that from Mountain Rose Herbs. But shoot, I've had my fingers down in it, and I don't know that I would like ginger tea, to be honest. When I first got it, I chewed on a little piece of it, and I didn't care for it. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying it'd be something kind of fun to do, and other witches may enjoy it. It's not like you have to go kill the chickens yourself. I believe they sell those at Walmart, the chicken feet. Hey, little girl. Hey, little Lexi. Mama's baby. There her is. There her is. I'm going to have to take her to the vet. Oh, this cat. My little baby girl. My little black one. You know, I don't know if y'all know this, but cats have a third eye lid. Like right inside here, we have a conjunctive cavity. The little hole there in your, what do you call it? In the bottom of your eyelid there is your conjunctive cavity. Um, Inside there, we even have a film that if you look at the human eyeball outside of the eye, it's got a film around it everywhere but right here within your seeing space. So ours could very easily do that. I haven't ever seen a human do it, but cats will. Sometimes it's because they got something in it, or maybe it's they've gotten it scratched in a fight. I don't know. And then sometimes it could be because they have some other health issue, that's going on, and that there's a white thick membrane that'll start coming out right here from the corner of their eye, and sometimes it'll cover almost half of the eye, and that's not good. So now I got to take her to the vet. You only see your chat. You don't see me, or you don't see the other person that's on here. I know you're here, but are you saying you can't see my picture? I mean, I can see you're writing me. Violet fingernail. I don't know if you've got stuff going on there in Indiana like we have here. It's probably your internet. Oh, garden plants. Yeah, I think who usually it always says one. I think that's YouTube watching, but whatever. Broke one of my fingernails today, bugging me. Yeah, I need to get back to doing videos, and the minute I do, if I have to move, then it'll be several days before I can get back on here again, or longer, depending on, I'll kind of be out in the country where I'm going, so I know they have internet because I've been there before, and we got internet, but I can't remember who it was from, so I'll just have to find all that out. But yeah, I've got my stuff in there, that I was gonna, I don't know, I just haven't done anything. Okay. Well, I mean, I was just wondering which one to go and look at your stuff on. My Facebook is under my real name. Oh, that's better. No one shoot me friend request to both. I can't let Aiden know. I don't give anything out in chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand that. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's me. I don't want to just put my Facebook out there on here, because I mean, it would be okay, but people can be such brats and so immature that I just don't want to have to deal with it. Not that it bothers me, it's just stuff that I don't need in my life. Yeah, I haven't seen him lately. I think the last one he did was, a week or 2 weeks ago. I didn't even know he was on vacation. I don't know what the hell I just did with that. Yeah, I do. I even had a Facebook for beginner witches that I was gonna try to start teaching. I don't know what I just did with my fingernail fall. That I was gonna try to start teaching, and um, I met this other witch online that we just started one together, um, and it just turned out not to be a very good thing. I mean, she was a little bit too cranky. Place she did a few days ago. Okay. Well, like I said, there's a bunch of notifications on my YouTube notifications, so he may be one of them. Yeah, I knew that he was going to do that. I just didn't know for sure if he had gotten moved or, whatever. Y'all, now I just had that fingernail file in my, there it is. I'm so crazy. Anyway, yeah. I'm really hoping that I can get out, and I've got to get some money in the bank so I can pay some utilities, and can't get there to get a check, man. Page in a group called Witchability. Well, I want to be in no group. I got enough groups. I was just talking about being your friend on your Facebook so I could see what you have up there that you're selling or doing. Keep tabs on you. Just kidding. Witchability. Now, is that witch or which? I mean, I talk to you enough that I usually know what you're saying. Is it witchability or witchability? It's probably witch, huh? Well, I'll write that down anyway, because I don't remember nothing nowadays. Oh, so it is witchability, not witch. Well, I mean, which one do you have your stuff that you make and you post it on? Is what I'm wondering. That's the one I want, so I can look at your stuff you make. Little girl, Mom, I've got to take her to the vet. I just don't have the money for it. Yeah, it's a witch. I thought it was. I already wrote it down that way. Yeah, I already wrote it down that way. That's all right. Like I said, I talked to you enough that I pretty much know what you're saying anyway. I'll tell you, I've always grown my own nails, but I wore them acrylic ones one time, and they are actually for tearing up, that part of your nail and stuff. They're actually a lot better than your real nail. They're stronger. I've always had really strong nails, but I don't have to file them acrylic ones all the time. Get little chips. I'm real busy with my hands a lot. I posted in a couple of groups that I can always send a private message. But I had it on TikTok. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what um, I'll do is get on one of your pages, and whenever I send it to you on Facebook, it'll have my real name, of course, and then it'll then I'll tell you, you know, hey, it's me, Lady Adora. So you'll know my real name. I think I got that one trimmed down now. Oh, well, I don't know about Lexi. When she was, I hadn't even had her a year. She wasn't even a year old. And she got really, really sick. Um, Throwing up. She's lethargic. She wouldn't do nothing but just lay around and sleep. And I thought, oh my gosh, I need to get her to that, or, she's going to die on me and I'm just going to be miserable and cry. And got her up there and he gave her a shot and kept her overnight. And I brought her home and she was fine after, a few days. Just on. And that was a mess. Oh, I bet. Well, I just grow mine. I mean, I've always, like I said, actually grown, pretty nails, but them on, they were black, and I cracked one right in the middle. And now that a lot of people shouldn't play softball, I guess, but I was public school junkie. Yeah. Well, I play basketball all my life, and our coach, once a week, usually on a Monday, he would tell us to hold our fingers up like this. And if he could see your nails, above here, you had to cut them off if you wanted to play ball. First of all, to protect yourself from, I mean, it hurts whenever you bust a nail like that, not to mention you'll be scratching people, trying to get a ball away from them or whatever, and you scratch them in the face. Both of what names? I can pretty much figure it out. I'll just give both the names to Aiden. Both what names? Both my names? What are you talking about? You're losing me. Well, I've been on here almost 2 hours now, a little over an hour and a half. So I guess I better go. But I'll probably come back on here now. I'll come on here earlier. Maybe I'll get to visit with some other people. I'm glad I got to talk to you. I ain't got to talk to you in a while. Okay, I'm going to take off. Blessed be. Have a good day. Bye-bye.